Today, we're going to focus on the group of basic forms as our lesson, but I fully expect you to be practicing your higher forms as well. So if you are practicing your higher forms, you have a question, you're not sure of something, please feel free to ask me, get in touch and let me know what I can help you with. But this week we'll review some of the basics about our basic forms, and we'll challenge our senior members to see if they remember basic forms 1, 2, and 3 as they should, or if that's something that we need to review together in the future. So we will start with basic form number 1, HYUNG. I know some of you are practicing with only a little bit of space. So I'm going to show you how you can practice your form even though you may not have a whole floor to do so. So when we do our forms, normally we will do our look, block, and punch with steps. And if you have room, you continue to do that. Look and punch. But even if you only have a small amount of room, you can still practice these techniques by switching your steps. So this might be a little complicated if you haven't worked in a small space before. But basically the idea is if you know the form well enough, you should be able to do it kind of in a very small area, and of course it won't be the way you would normally do it, but you still know which footsteps and which hand is doing the technique and all of that. So if I only have a very small amount of space, these are the things I would want to work on with basic form 1. As I do my first look, block, and turn, I want to make sure that I land in a good front stance. I also want to make sure that my low block starts from high and travels low. So if you're doing this at home, I'm like the mirror. So you are going to look in this direction, block in this direction, and then I'll talk you through how can you do your next move without taking a step. So we're going to look for the first move of basic form 1. Make sure you get ready, step into a very good front stance. Your knee is bent, your toes are pointing forward, your back leg is as straight as you can make it, and those toes are also trying to point forward, although they'll point at a little more of an angle. Instead of stepping forward with your next technique, your punch, you're going to move your front foot back as you move your front foot forward, so it's kind of like stepping in place. So now I've done my step and punch, but I haven't really taken up any more room. We're going to look, get ready, and block. Again, make sure you're in a good front stance and that you made your block start from high to low, elbows connecting. Now again, instead of taking a big step, we're going to almost switch our feet. So we get ready and punch. All right, so then the next move will be the same. Low block. And we'll do the 3 punches, moving forward but without moving forward by switching our feet. So we get ready, we slide back and step forward. Slide back and step forward. And on this one we'll key up. Hey! Bar up. So even if I don't have a large room to practice basic form 1 in, I may still be able to practice pieces of it, or even the whole thing, by kind of seeing it in my mind and then making my feet kind of only travel a short distance. Basic form 1 is being practiced by our white belts, Cameron, Derek, and Nicholas. So please go through basic form 1 and really focus on things like our good front stance, getting our low block from high to low with good elbow connection, keeping our eyes focused on where we're going, and always looking before we turn. So if we're going to look, block, step, and punch, we can go a little slower to make sure that we're doing all of the moves the best that we can. So that's one way you can practice your form at home, even when you're not here with the group. All right, the challenge for my seniors is to see if you can remember all the way through basic form 1, all the way through basic form 2, and all the way through basic form 3. Because each of them adds just a little bit more technique, a little bit more in terms of your stances. And so hopefully you can work your way through it and remember. And I would love it if some of you would send me videos of you doing your basic forms 1, 2, and 3. And seniors, that's your challenge, to try to remember them and work through them, even though we didn't go through them together. And if you have trouble with that, let me know and we'll go through them together next week. All right, I hope you're having fun practicing your forms at home. Please do watch the full forms on Master Rupert's YouTube channel. I have given you the link in the email that you've gotten, so you can watch basic forms there. If you don't remember, or you want a review after you try them yourself, you can go and look at them, seniors. Juniors, remember, you should not practice any form that you haven't been shown by your instructor in class. Kamsahamnida and Suba.